ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our City of Homestead committee presentations. We're going to start tonight with recognition of our Centennial Steering Committee, Councilwoman Faircloth McCormick.
Good evening, everyone. The City of Homestead is so proud of the hard work that the Centennial Steering Committee put into planning the City of Homestead's 100th year of incorporation. From the kickoff event that was held here in August to the culminating event that was held a couple weeks ago, I'm sure everyone in this city will collectively join me in saying, job well done. So with that, on behalf of the mayor and my colleagues, and as the liaison to this committee, I would like to present a small token of our appreciation for the endless amount of hours that you put into this committee. So with that, if the Centennial Steering Committee members can please join me at this time. This is our Madam Chairwoman, Yvonne Knowles, who did an incredible job at spearheading and leading this dynamic team of hers. So, the certificate of appreciation reads, with deepest gratitude for your resourceful leadership, cooperative teamwork, and outstanding volunteer efforts, we extend a thank you by honoring your resilient spirit and generosity in support of the City of Homestead Centennial Celebration. Ms. Yvonne Knowles. There you go. Our Vice Chairperson, Mr. Timothy Craig. And my appointee, Ms. Kamitra Driver. Mr. Michael Enriquez. Mr. Stephen Lossner. Is Ms. Ruth Campbell here? Well, she's not here, but we would like to definitely recognize Ms. Ruth Campbell for all of her hard work and contributions to this committee.
Here.
And Mr. Kevin Miles, he's not here at this time, but I would also like to recognize him for his endless hours of contribution to this committee. Mr. Kevin Miles. Thank you again so much for your hard work, and I'm sure probably next month you'll be on another board, right? Another committee? Congratulations. Let's take a group shot.
Thank you so much, Ms. Faircloth McCormick. Thank you, Centennial Committee. You did an outstanding job, each and every one of you. Yes, would you like to say something? Please.
Mayor and Council, I just want to say one real quick thing. We could not have done this without the wonderful volunteers in our community who helped out, who are not on this committee, but came out and gave up of their time and effort to help us make this centennial successful. But also, we had tremendous support from City, and we want to thank you and the Council for letting City staff get so involved and help us out. And Begonia and Kalia were wonderful, but also the Park and Rec people did a phenomenal job of helping us out. I do want to thank Dennis and his team for making this such a successful event. So thank you to the City, thank you Council and Mayor for helping us and supporting us, and thank you to the City of Homestead for making it all possible.
Thank you once again for all your hard work.
I almost forgot. For those of you that did not get a chance to have a piece of our birthday cake, this is your second opportunity. We have a large cake over there. So before you leave, please take a slice because I would hate to take all of that cake home, okay? Thank you.
And next, I'd like to introduce the Centennial sponsor for the fireworks while we're on the Centennial program. I mean, the fireworks were outstanding, and Councilman Shelley is very instrumental in that. So if you would give us a little bit about who our sponsors were and what took place.
Thank you, Mayor. At the last council meeting, they gave the final presentation regarding the Centennial festivities, and I'd asked a question. I said, are we going to have fireworks? And the answer I got was, well, not at this time because we were having a hard time getting approval through the county and the fire and things of that nature. And so I thought we really needed fireworks for a Centennial celebration to really celebrate our 100 years. And so I met with Dennis Maytan after that meeting, and I asked Dennis, I said, can we make this happen? Can you find out, can you talk to these people, tell them how important this is to us, and see, can we make this work? And Dennis says, no problem, I'll try to do my best. And sure enough, Dennis, through his tenacity, was able to convince them that we had plenty of room, it was safe, and that we could have fireworks. And so my first certificate I want to give out is invite Dennis Maytan up for his efforts in bringing forth these fireworks. Without his fighting for us, we wouldn't even have the opportunity to have fireworks. So that was problem number one solved. Problem number two became, we have permission to have fireworks, but we have no funding to actually put fireworks on. So the next step, I reached out to Yvonne Knowles, who was the Centennial chair, and I said, what can we do to raise money? What can we do to make this work? And she worked with me. We made phone calls. We reached out to everybody. And we have very generous donors that came forward throughout the city who were willing to fund and make donations to the fireworks so that the city of Homestead could have a proper celebration. So I'm going to invite Yvonne up to get her certificate for all her help and her efforts in helping me reach out to these donors. And now lastly, the actual donors themselves, the ones who actually made this happen, who didn't even bat an eye and said, yes, no problem, we'll help the city of Homestead, we'll make a donation. I want to invite them up too as well. The first is Value Place Lodging, and Silvio and Carlos Batista. You want to come up here, please? Now we have Community Bank of Florida. Homestead Miami Speedway. The Homestead Tourism Board. Councilman Burgess, you coming up there as well? Come on up as well. And also, we got to the end, we were struggling to raise enough money, and we went to Firepower, which is the organization that put on the fireworks, and they agreed to give us a very good discount and to help us out in this cause, and they put on a fantastic display. The fireworks were fantastic, were very good, heard nothing but compliments about the work you've done, so thank you very much for your help. So again, thank you to everybody that made the fireworks happen.
Thank you all very much for your participation. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a young lady who was, and to me she's young, she was an outstanding county commissioner for us here in Deep South Dade, and that is Katie Sorensen. She's here tonight to talk about Institute on Government. Steve Shelley, will you join her, please?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. It's great to be back at my old stomping grounds in Homestead. I proudly represented this community for 16 years before I left voluntarily, I might add, in
Yes.
2010. But it's always great to be back in Homestead, and this facility is just wonderful.
Thank you.
Transformed the whole council chambers, and very interesting how you did that. But it's great to be back. After leaving county government, I started a program called the Good Government Initiative, and it's been a really terrific program. We just completed our second class. We had our inaugural class in 2011, just completed our second class in 2012, and it was really an honor to have one of your council members, Stephen Shelley, as part of our class. So it was great to get to know him better and to see how a class of elected officials could go about the business of learning more about leadership and budget and finance and ethics and land use and history of the community and all the things that you know something about when you're elected, but it helps to dig a little bit deeper and to learn more about public service. So it was a great pleasure to have Councilman Steve Shelley in the class, and I'm here tonight to present the certificate from the Good Government Initiative at the University of Miami. The class is called Cultivating Leaders of Excellence, and this is the certificate that we award to all our graduates of the course. So
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Councilman Shelley, for being part of it.
There could not be a finer person teaching Institute of Good Government than Katie Sorensen.
I just want to say this was a great experience. When you get elected, there's no class that you take. You know, it's on-the-job training. And so to have the opportunity to take a class like this, where they take you through the nuts and bolts, the ethics, the interpersonal relationships with your council members, and really kind of expose you to all the things that you're going to face as a council person, is a great asset to have and a great program. So I want to thank you for putting the program together. And I also want to encourage my fellow council members to apply for this coming up year's Good Government Initiative, because it was a very, very great experience for me, and so I encourage you to also apply as well.
At this time, I'd like to recognize Councilman Williams to speak on behalf of the Martin Luther King Jr. event sponsors.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Let me thank you for such a task and continuing with the Martin Luther King breakfast, and to all my colleagues who have been very supportive, and to our wonderful city that has supported this event over a course of many, many years. Our 2013 breakfast was held January the 18th, and I believe that this event was one of the best ones yet. It was extremely well attended, and I believe that it had a huge success. But the success of this breakfast could not have been possible without the community partners and sponsors who took part in our city events and to help us provide to our community with the traditional city events such as the Martin Luther King breakfast. It was a Herculean task, but with persistence and consistency and the spirit of excellence, I believe that this was the best one yet. And so tonight is my extreme pleasure to convey our heartfelt welcome and thanks to those who are sponsors. And if there are any members in the audience that help in the committee as the Community Relation Board, they will come forward, or any members that are here in the audience from the Southwest Advisory Board, if you'll come and stand with me to be a part of this celebration in telling our sponsors thank you. And I think Ms. Vioka, she is the Community Relation Board chairperson for that wonderful board of our city. So as I call your name, if you join me here at the podium, represented from the Palace Gardens, Sylvia. Let me just say while she's coming that since the Palace Gardens has taken on this task, the breakfast and the ambiance of the whole breakfast has just stepped up a whole notch. And that could not have been possible without the Palace Garden, which is one of our great community partners. So give her a hand and her organization for what they have done. State Medical College, Alfredo, is he? Oh, there he is. State Medical College has come to our wonderful, illustrious city and been a very integral part in helping to come downtown and in its process help to revitalize some of downtown, and they have been a great community partner, and we want to say thank you to Dade Medical College, because without you we could not have been possible to have this breakfast. Is there a representative from T.R. Jones here? Okay. We need to recognize them. Bob Levy and Associates. Okay. All right, there he is. That's my friend, T.R. Jones. Thank you so much for what you've done with the insurance and helping that this celebration could be what it was. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Charter Schools Associates. Is Melissa here? She's not? Okay, well, we want to give them a heartfelt congratulations. And then, if it had not been for our Community Relations Board chairperson, she really engaged us with the Walmart company, and I want to thank Vioka Dyer for her tireless effort in making sure that this Martin Luther King was a success. Thank you so very much. And then Wise and Sarota, I thought I saw, he stepped out of the presentation. All right. Well, it was our attorneys that helped to contribute to this wonderful breakfast, and so we want to thank Richard Wise for his contribution of this firm. And then last but not least, but Urban Construction Craft Academy, which was a person that facilitated Kevin Miles, who got the donations for the plaques that we gave out to the honorees and to the speakers. So I know they're not here, but we want to recognize them for their tireless efforts in making this to be a success. And then once again, Mayor, we could not have done it without your support and the council's support. I don't know why Councilman Fairclough McCormick is not down here with me. Come on down. She had a wonderful intaking of this program of the Martin Luther King Breakfast this year with her insight and her artistic design, and so we want to say thank you. She had joined me down here, please. And then to the wonderful city staff, I cannot say thank you enough to Marisol and to Lourdes and other city staff that has made this Martin Luther King Breakfast a success. It is their untired effort that has gotten us to be where we are, and so I want to say thank you to the entire city staff, Parks and Recs, and all those who made this event possible. We could not have had a success for breakfast than what we've had this year. And so I look forward to another year of serving in 2014 the Martin Luther King Breakfast. So thank you to all of you all, and we could not have done it without you.
And I want to say thank you to you, Councilman Williams, for your effort. It does not go unnoticed. It was probably one of the best guest speakers we've had. Thank you all very much. At this time, we'd like to call up Ms. Yvette Ortiz, American Cancer Society Relay for Life, and Councilman Maldonado.
Hello, my name is Yvette Ortiz, and I am the event chair for the Relay for Life of Homestead in Florida City. The Relay for Life is an event of the American Cancer Society. It's an event where communities like Homestead in Florida City come together to honor and celebrate survivors, remember loved ones lost, and fight back against a disease that has already taken too many lives. The Relay is an organized overnight community fundraising walk where teams of people gather around the track for 18 hours straight. Team members take turns walking around the track to raise funds for cancer research. Food, games, and activities provide entertainment and build camaraderie in this family-oriented environment. The journey to end cancer starts with a single step. The American Cancer Society invites you to take that step with us by joining the global Relay for Life movement. When you walk to end cancer at a relay event, it's your opportunity to not only honor cancer survivors and remember loved ones lost, but also to raise awareness about what we can do to prevent and to end cancer. A cancer survivor is anyone who has ever heard the words, "You have cancer," and had the courage to take on the fight against it. All the cancer survivors are our guests of honor at our Relay for Life event. Cancer survivors are living proof that cancer can be defeated. Our community relay will be held on May 17th at the Homestead Hospital beginning at 5 p.m. We will celebrate with participants and survivors for what they have overcome during the Survivors Lab, which starts at 6 p.m. We will remember during the luminary ceremony, which starts at 9 p.m., to remember people who were lost to cancer and to honor people who have fought or are fighting cancer. We will fight back with relay participants to take tangible actions against the disease that has taken too much. We want to thank the entire community of Homestead and Florida City for your support of our great cause. I would now like to introduce Jose Bowles, who is our American Cancer Society community representative.
Thank you, Yvette. First of all, Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you so much for your support in the past years. As you know, this signature event here in Homestead, like Yvette mentioned, is a time to remember, is a time to celebrate. It's a time to bring the entire community together. In the past, we've had some great leadership. Councilwoman Waldman has been great in helping us put this event together. She's been an advocate in the past. But this year, we have the privilege and the honor to have Councilman Maldonado be our honorary chair, and he's going not only to be serving as the honorary chair to help us put this event together, but also sharing his personal story, sharing his thoughts, and being that support that people need when they hear those words, "You have cancer." So on behalf of the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life of Homestead and Florida City, Councilman Elvis Maldonado, in recognition and appreciation as honorary chair of the 2013 Relay for Life, thank you so much.
Thank you. Folks, it's that time of year again. Relay for Life is among us. As many of you know, obviously, unfortunately, I lost my wife last year to cancer. But I got to tell you that when we first heard the words that you have cancer, the first thing that I thought of was the American Cancer Society. And I went to the website, and they had resources that helped guide me in this process of cancer. Let me tell you that when you're in this, when you go through hearing the words cancer, or you're a family member or friend, someone, it's such a great feeling to know that there's a community and an organization out there looking and willing to help you and guide you in this difficult process in life. It's my honor to be the honorary chair. Will be my lifelong work to honor my wife, as well as my kids, will honor her, and to bring recognition to the importance of cancer and how it affects people's lives. So with that, again, thank you for taking the plaque. And what I like to say to the community is that May is quickly approaching, and what we need to do is raise funds. We're looking to raise $35,000 here in Homestead. So the only way that's going to happen is we have to build teams within our communities, teams within our businesses, teams within our civic centers, the government, and get everyone on board to fight this fight with those who are fighting. So you will see myself, Yvette, and those that are involved in Relay for Life. We're going to be out there working, knocking on doors, asking people to join us, join the cause, and join the fight to raise money and raise awareness for cancer. through the Relay for Life. So we have a lot of work to do. May is quickly approaching. We're going to have some events, and so stay tuned to what's coming about, and we'll make sure that we get that information out to you. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to give a presentation to three very smart young ladies in our community. But I want to say, Elvis Maldonado, come around here. I said, you are my hero. This is men of men right here. This guy is stone, and I tell you, I look up to you, not just because I'm short and you're tall, but because you are a good man, and you're doing some good things, and I appreciate that. I'd like to ask Michael Miko to come up, please. Would you please come forward, Michael? Michael's very active in the Waterstone education, and this was brought to my attention, and Elvis Maldonado being the chair of the Education Committee, and I was asked to do this, and first thing I said, but this is yours, Elvis. But no, they asked that we give this because this came at a national level. Three young ladies who deserve mention, Miss Aurora Vidal, Laura Coles, recently won second place at the Miami-Dade Science Fair. They both are fifth graders. Would you please come forward? It gets better. Miss Laura Fernandez recently represented South Florida and the entire county as, now get this, Mathletics ambassador. Miss Fernandez is a fourth grader. She won a National Achievement Award in that. Please come forward, Miss Fernandez. Tonight, the city of Homestead salutes you, ladies, and we praise you, we admire you, you make us very proud. And your school is well known throughout the state of Florida. As I travel from here to Tallahassee, people ask me about the great schools that we have in Homestead. That with great schools and high achievers, there's always somebody behind that, pushing that. And I'd like to ask Miss Melissa Aguilar to come up tonight, the principal. Melissa she's dedicated her time to pushing these young men and ladies to accomplish the max of their goal. She's incredible. I met Melissa about 4 years ago, and I can tell you we shook hands and we held on. We haven't let go. Every time she needs something or I need something, we reach out to each other, and that's a great relationship that you want to have. Melissa's been at Waterstone for 8 years, 6 years of it as the principal. And I'll tell you, she does an outstanding job. If you want to see a site, go over there in the morning, and she's right out front. She's like a mother hen with all of her children, you know. So it's a pleasure. Do I have some certificates for these young ladies? Ms. Aguilar, for your demonstration of commitment and dedication and leadership to the students at Charter School at Waterstone, the City of Homestead salutes you. We salute you. Thank you very much.
Mayor, just quickly, if I could share a few words. Next month, in the next council meeting, the Education Committee is going to bring forward a project that we've been working on for the last couple of years, and it's coming to fruition. And we're going to recognize, there's some students here today from Waterstone that were part of a game show challenge that was a pilot program that we had last month. So I know they're here in the crowd, and I just want to recognize them for being here. And actually, in that challenge, Waterstone was the school that won. So they're doing some great work over there, and we got winners coming out of that school. So once again, and then next month we'll have some more information on that.
At this time, that concludes the portion of special presentations, and we will take a short recess. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Before we convene, Ms. Ruth Campbell, would you like to recognize Ruth? Yes. Ms. Ruth, they gave out some awards for the Centennial, and I know we want to formally recognize you. You go to the former Councilwoman, Vice Mayor Ruth Campbell.
Thank you for coming, Ms. Ruth Campbell, the legendary Ruth Campbell. She was very instrumental in working with our Centennial Steering Committee with planning the city's 100th birthday. So we have to publicly profess our appreciation to you. So please allow us to do that at this time. Would you like to say anything?
Yes, I work at the Town Hall Museum, and that's why I'm late.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'd like to invite everybody to come visit me at the Town Hall Museum, Tuesday through Saturday, 1 to 5, but I open the door as soon as I get there. And when anything's going on downtown, the door's open. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell.
And we have one more member
Mr.
that just joined us. Better late than never. Councilman Wallman's appointee, Mr. Kevin Miles. Thank you so much for your hard work and working with the Centennial Steering Committee. And on behalf of the Mayor and Council, we would like to give you a small token of our appreciation for your dedication to being a part of this committee.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the mayor and council and Councilman Jimmy Williams for allowing us the opportunity to continue to do what we do, which is community service. Thank you very much.
Mayor, if you allow me one more,
Please.
another minute. Brought to my attention that joining us tonight are some of those contestants that were the winners of our school quiz challenge, and they're here, and I just want to kind of bring them up real quick, recognize them. And Michael Miko is on our education committee, so can you read the names? Or? Okay, so I'm going to...
Christopher?
Carolina Rato, yeah. I have a Christopher Napoles, Jimmy Wedden, and Lexus Rice. Please join me. These are the winners from our first school challenge that was a pilot program, and hopefully in the next month you're going to see that pilot program up on our channel. I'll bring this before council, and you're going to see these kids up there doing what they did. And let me tell you, did you guys have fun? And they are sharp. So congratulations, and next week, parents, next month they'll be coming back with a recognition. We'll have an award for you, but I want to recognize that you're here, and thank you for being a part of our pilot program. You're making a difference in this community. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short recess and reconvene at 6 o'clock.